Adi Parva, Book 1, Chapter 14. Their attendants, overjoyed, placed those eggs in warm, covered vessels, where they lay for 500 years. Previously, Shaunaka asks who Janamejaya was, why he performed the serpent sacrifice, and who Astika was that he could stop it. Suta, drawing on the teaching of his father Lomaharshana, tells the tale. The sage Jaratkaru finds his forefathers hanging upside down in a pit, their lineage nearly spent, and agrees to marry under a strict condition. Only a bride bearing his own name freely offered as alms. Shaunaka spoke to the Suta's son. O gentle one, tell me again in full detail the story of the learned and noble sage Astika. We have the deepest longing to hear it. He continued, with warmth. What you narrate flows with sweet, clear, beautifully crafted words. We are greatly pleased, dear child. You recite these things as a father would. Your father was always devoted to attending and serving us. He told this account just as the tale had been handed down. Now speak it as your father did. The Suta's son replied, I will narrate this tale of Astika, which brings long life, just as I heard it from my father as he recounted it. Long ago, in the devayuga, the age of the gods, two auspicious daughters of Prajapati, lord of all created beings, lived side by side. They were endowed with extraordinary and flawless beauty. Both were wives of Kashyapa, Kadru and Vinata. That husband, himself equal in greatness to Prajapati, was filled with the highest joy, and he granted a boon to each of his lawfully wedded wives. Both those noble women, hearing Kashyapa speak the granting of that supreme boon, were filled with matchless delight. Kadru chose 1,000 serpent sons, all of equal power. Vinata chose only 2 sons, but sons surpassing Kadru's in strength, vigor, radiance, and valor. Her husband granted her the boon as she had wished, sons surpassing even her hopes in power. Vinata accepted with gladness, and Kashyapa was satisfied. So Vinata was fulfilled, having obtained the promise of 2 sons of surpassing strength, and Kadru had obtained the promise of 1,000 sons, all equal in power. Guard these pregnancies with great care, said that great ascetic, and having thus addressed his 2 boon-gladdened wives, Kashyapa went into the forest. After a long time, O foremost of Brahmins, Kadru produced 1,000 eggs, and at that same time, Vinata produced 2. Their attendants, overjoyed, placed those eggs in warm, covered vessels, where they lay for 500 years. Then, at the end of 500 years, Kadru's sons were born from their eggs. But from Vinata's 2 eggs, no offspring appeared. Vinata, that devoted woman, overcome by longing for a son and by shame, cracked open one of the eggs herself, and there she saw her son within. He was fully formed in the upper half of his body, but his lower half had not yet taken shape. That son, filled with fury, cursed her. O mother, he said, since you have done this to me in your impatience and greed, leaving my body incomplete today, you shall therefore become a slave for 500 years to the very one with whom you compete. But this other son of yours, O mother, will free you from that bondage. Do not do to this remaining egg what you have done to me. Do not break it open before its time, leaving the child also without a complete body. Wait patiently, O steadfast one, for this one's time of birth to arrive. You desired a son of surpassing strength, then wait beyond these 500 years, and he will come. Having thus cursed his mother, that son rose up into the sky. He is Aruna, the reddish dawn charioteer and forerunner of the sun, seen always at the hour of dawn. Garuda too was born in due time, he the destroyer of serpents, The very moment he was born, he left Vinata behind and soared into the sky. He went forth to seize the food that the Creator had ordained for him, O tiger among the Brigus, for he was fierce with hunger and eager for sustenance. This chapter matters because Shaunaka asks the Suta's son to retell the tale of Astika from the beginning, as his father once told it. In the next chapter, the council on Mount Meru, two sisters observe the divine horse Uchchaisravas, born from the churning of the cosmic ocean, and the narrative reaches back to explain that event's origins. The journey continues in the next chapter.